In this video, we take a look at the top 10 horror add-ons for Minecraft Bedrock 1.21. The download to all these add-ons can be found in the link in the description down below, but we're going to start off this video strong with the Mutant Crackling. So what this add-on basically does, it adds a new version of the brand new Crackling mob, of course, that is coming up in the next Minecraft update. So here is the spawn egg right over here, and let's go ahead and spawn this bad boy in. So let's go ahead and spawn him right here. So yep, here's how he does look like. It is honestly incredibly creepy. He has like red eyes, and he also has like a bunch of red antennas as well, so that is definitely pretty cool. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it also does have like red hands or like red nails, so that is definitely pretty spooky. So let's go ahead and actually use this during the nighttime. So oh my goodness, yeah, this add-on is definitely much scarier during the nighttime, so go ahead and just make sure you are prepared to face off against this challenge. Next up, we have the Warden Secrets add-on. Now this here is a very spooky add-on that adds a bunch of crazy stuff to the Warden boss. So in this add-on, we are introduced to a plethora of new mobs. So let's go ahead and start off with the Injured. So here's how the Injured does look like. It is basically like a white warden, and it will actually go underground. So let's go ahead and spawn in another mob. So let's go ahead and spawn in the Faceless. So here's how he does look like. He is absolutely scary. Take a look at him. He is just a menace to society, and he's gonna start using all of his like sonic boom attacks and stuff like that. So yeah, be prepared if you're trying to face off against this mob in a survival Minecraft. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other mobs. So let's go ahead and spawn in the Shulk Block Corrupted. So let's spawn him in here, and here's how he does look like. So again, it's another version of the Warden, and honestly, these mobs are just so scary. Look at this one. Oh my goodness, why does it have that on its face? It has like a giant mouth sideways on its face. That is pretty scary. And next up, we got the Hollowed, and honestly, all these mobs are just so like weird and scary, and of course they are like remixes or like imitations of the Warden. So yeah, as you're able to tell, there definitely is a lot of spooky stuff with this add-on, so be careful and of course have fun exploring the ancient city. Next up, we have the Backrooms add-on. So when you go ahead and load into the Backrooms add-on, you will notice that we will be introduced to a plethora of new Minecraft mobs. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of them. So this is a little bit glitched out because for some reason the spawn eggs are literally shown up as like pieces of paper, but this add-on still works, so that is definitely pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and spawn in a Party Goer. So here's how it does look like, and oh my goodness, this is just so scary. And then next up, this is the Clump. So here's how the Clump does look like. I have no idea what it's meant to be, but it honestly does look pretty spooky. And next up, we have the Skin Stealer. So let's go ahead and spawn him in here, and oh my goodness, okay, yeah, this mob is definitely pretty creepy. He's pretty tall, and of course he does have like white eyes. So let's go ahead and spawn in Bacteria next. So here's how it does look like. So oh my goodness, yo, this is the Bacteria. Yo, if this was during the nighttime, you would have no idea that the Bacteria is here. So next up, we got the Spider Leg. So let's go ahead and spawn it in here, and oh my goodness, it is just a gigantic spider with a gigantic head. And next up, we got the Slimer mob. So let's go ahead and spawn him in here, and oh my goodness, yo, this is pretty spooky, guys. Like, imagine seeing this during the nighttime in your Minecraft game. Like, that's honestly pretty cool. And next up, we got a Party Pooper. I'm honestly really curious to see what this is gonna be, and oh my goodness, yo, it honestly looks like a normal guy. Well, oh, he's beefing with like the ghost, and oh my god, all the mobs are attacking you. I'm sorry, bro. All right, next up, we got the Human. So here's how the Human does look like, and yo, he's pretty fast. Where are you going, man? And next up, we actually do have the Crate. So let's go ahead and spawn it in here. So here's how the Crate does look like. It does look pretty normal, so you know, nothing really to say about that. But yeah, this add-on is definitely pretty spooky. All right, next up, we have the Craft Kai add-on. So when you load into the Craft Kai add-on, you will be introduced all of these new mobs. So let's go ahead and spawn them in. So for example, first off, we have the Hikaichi. I'm sorry, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce these names because I know I'm just gonna completely butcher them, and then you guys are gonna roast me in the comments. So you know what, let's go ahead and just spawn them in here. So that's how they do look like, and this is pretty scary, although the models in this add-on are honestly pretty realistic, and there is a lot of detail to it. So next up, we got the Sama. I believe that's how you say it. So yeah, here's how the Sama does look like. It is pretty spooky. Take a look at that. And next up, we got a, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but here's how he does look. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this one's definitely pretty scary. It's like a stone statue, but it has like black eyes. And next up, we got another mob over here, and this one is way more scary. I mean, look at the teeth, and it seems like they're playing like a ukulele or violin. And next up, we got this mob over here. Okay, yeah, this is definitely pretty scary, and it does come with like some sort of weapon. And next up, we got the last one over here, and oh my goodness, yeah, this here is definitely gonna make your Minecraft world a lot more scary. So yeah, this is going to make your Minecraft experience far more unique and far more scary. Next up, we have the Night Terrors add-on. So when you load into this add-on, you will notice that we will get a bunch of new mobs. So here are some of the mobs that are introduced in this add-on. I'm pretty sure you guys were able to see some of these mobs, like this guy over here. He is just scary. So first off, we have the stranger. So here's how the stranger does look like, and this is like the most scariest thing ever. It's legit like a giant Steve, but for some reason his eyes are all black. Like, that is just so crazy. And next up, we have a mob called the grub. So here's how the grub does look like. Definitely does look pretty cool. And next up, we got the subwoofer. So let's go ahead and spawn in the subwoofer, and oh my goodness, yo, he is literally just a floating subwoofer. What? That is definitely pretty cool, until the name kind of gave it away. And next up, we got a perforator. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so let's go ahead and spawn him in here. And yo, he kind of looks like a warden, but his head is like made up of like craters and stuff like that. Next up, we got the starved. So let's go ahead and spawn it, the starved mod. And oh my goodness, he is like a piglin, like on steroids. What is that? Why is his mouth so big? So that is definitely pretty creepy. So yeah, definitely my favorite thing about all these add-ons is that you can find these mobs just like naturally in your world, which just makes things like 100 times scarier. So imagine you're just like in a cave, and then one of these things start to attack you. Like, I don't know about you, but I would probably like start screaming. Next up, we have the epic skeleton boss add-on. Now this add-on will introduce a brand new boss to your Minecraft Bedrock game. So here is the spawn egg to the boss, and the boss is called King Skeleton. So let's go ahead and spawn him in here real quick. So here's how he does look like, and this is like the scariest thing ever. The ground is literally shaking. He has a sword, and it is a gigantic like skeleton that you're supposed to like fight. But yeah, that is not all. He also does have guards. So here's how the guards do look like. They're also menaces to society, and they are basically mini skeletons with a potion on their back, and they also have a shield and a helmet. So that is definitely pretty cool. So yeah, this add-on only really just adds this boss, but honestly, it is going to be such a challenge just trying to go ahead and kill this. I highly recommend like getting all your boys to help you out with this one. But yeah, we are now attacking him over here, and yep, he is slowly decreasing in health. But you know what, let me do /kill at E to see what happens when he does die. So yeah, he does just die a bunch of string and a spider eye, so that's a little bit underwhelming, but you know what, the challenge is definitely worth it. Next up, we have the Eyes in the Dark add-on. Now this here is definitely one of the more minimal add-ons in this video, but it does add a lot of like spooky ambience to your world. So what this add-on introduces is a bunch of floating eyes in your Minecraft world. So let's go ahead and spawn them in here. Like, they are just the creepiest thing ever, and I know they may not seem like much, but if you actually go ahead and turn it to nighttime, then you go ahead and take a look at the eyes. Yeah, they definitely do look a lot more scary, and they blink. They literally blink. Like, this is like pretty scary. So yeah, here's how the eyes do look like, and all you need to do is really just punch them. But imagine just going to a cave and seeing these eyes look at you, you know what I mean? So this is definitely an add-on that I highly suggest you pair up with another add-on in order to get like a absolutely spooky experience in your Minecraft Bedrock world. Next up, we have the Cave Dweller add-on. When you load into the Cave Dweller add-on, you will notice that we will get a bunch of new mobs. So let's go ahead and open up the creative inventory. So let's go ahead and spawn in the Cave Dwellers. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the Cave Dweller. So this is the Cave Dweller V2. Let's spawn him in here, and here's how he does look like. It is basically like a Enderman on steroids, and here's how he does look like. It is just absolutely creepy. He has like a bunch of like arms, and he only does have like white eyes, and for some reason his head is like floating. Oh my goodness, like this is the scariest thing ever. And he does teleport away, so if you go ahead and try to like fight him like so, he will eventually attempt to like teleport and stuff like that. And this mob is definitely the scariest thing ever. Like, imagine finding this in the end dimension or just in a cave, you know what I'm saying? It will definitely make your Minecraft world a lot more hectic. Next up, we have the Creepypasta add-on. So when you load into this add-on, you will be introduced to a bunch of new mobs that are basically from creepypastas all over the world. So yeah, for some reason, a bunch of these add-ons, like these spawn eggs, are a little bit glitched out, and they are made to look like pieces of paper. But let's go ahead and spawn in some of the best mobs in this add-on. All right, so starting out this video strong, we have the creepypasta of Mickey. So here's how the spooky mini does look like, and oh my goodness, he is just a menace to society, trying to attack everything and anything in its path. And next up, we have Sonic EXE, which is like the creepypasta that I grew up with. So oh my goodness, yeah, this is just scary, and they're fighting each other. They're literally beefing. Anyways, next up, we got the Rake. So here's how the Rake does look like. And next up, we got the Siren Head, and I accidentally spawned two of them in, and here's how they do look like. I think they're literally fighting each other. So that is definitely pretty crazy. But as you're able to tell, their heads are literally composed of 2 gigantic sirens. And next up we got the smile dog. So here's what the smile dog does look like. And then next up we got the dog. So oh my goodness, they were just fighting each other already. And next up we got the multi-head. So let's go ahead and spawn in the multi-head. Here's how it does look like. It kind of looks like siren head, but yeah, that is definitely pretty crazy. Next up we got the tails doll. So let's go ahead and spawn in the tails doll, and he is literally just a floating doll, and this is like the creepiest thing ever. So that's how that does look like. And next up we got Jeff the Killer. So let's go ahead and spawn in Jeff the Killer. Here's how he does look like. He is pretty scary with like a blood smile all over his face. All right, and let's take a look at a couple more mobs. So we have the Mothman right over here. Let's go ahead and spawn him in here. So yeah, he only does come out at nighttime because he's literally burning, but yeah, he is legit flying everywhere. And next up we got Momo. So here's how Momo does look like, and oh my god, Momo is just so crazy, and they're literally beefing with each other. So that is pretty cool. Next up we got the Modder. So here's how the Modder does. Oh my goodness, yo, this guy just has no chill. He is trying to kill everyone. And next up we got the evil minion. So let's go ahead and spawn him in here. Oh my god, they honestly look kind of cute. And next up we got Spawn Bob. So here's how Spawn Bob does look like, and what is he doing? Why is his head rotating? But yeah, as you're able to tell, there is a lot of new mobs in this add-on, so be careful when you're playing with this add-on. Next up we have the Experiment 8 Resources add-on. When you load into this add-on, it will actually spawn you in this room over here, and all you want to do is just exit out, and this is basically like a horror map, but it also does include a add-on. Okay, yeah, so here's where we do spawn in. So we spawn in like this really creepy hut, and we do have like a farm over here, but there is a bunch of mobs everywhere. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the actual add-on has to offer. So this is basically like a zombie apocalypse type add-on. So let's go ahead and spawn in the infected human. So here's how the infected human does look like, and he is just like the scariest thing ever. He has like something shooting out of his neck. Oh, that's supposed to be a tongue. Why is it all yellow? And next up we got the snitcher. So here's how the snitcher does look like, and oh my goodness, is that a villager's head? Dude, this is honestly pretty scary. And next up we got the infected villager. Here's how he does look like, and we got Experiment 8. So here's how Experiment 8 looks like. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. Is that like a worm? I have no idea. It's probably like a worm that's infecting everybody, and then they replace their tongues with themselves. Anyways, guys, next up we got the spider. So here's how the infected spider. Oh my goodness, yo. Okay, even though this is literally just a bunch of pixels, it's honestly pretty scary. And next up we got the cow. So let's spawn in the infected cow. We got the human nest. What does that even mean? And why does its stomach have a mouth? Yo, that is definitely pretty creepy. And next up we got the infected sheep over here, and we also do have an infected creeper. And oh my goodness, yo, okay, the infected creeper definitely has to be the most scariest one. And yo, are they beefing? I think they're beefing. I have no idea what is going on, but yeah, this add-on basically adds a zombie apocalypse to your Minecraft Bedrock world. So if you want to give yourself a challenge for the Halloween season, I highly suggest downloading this add-on. Remember guys, all the downloads to this add-on can be found in the link in the description down below. See you later, French fries.